Hello, and welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the world of Stoicism and explore practical ways to apply ancient wisdom to our modern lives. Today, we're tackling a topic that might seem a bit unusual at first: how to discern if someone might be harboring negative or even evil thoughts towards you. It's something we've all wondered about at some point, isn't it? But how do we deal with these suspicions in a constructive and stoic manner? Stoicism, the philosophy that teaches us resilience, virtue, and the importance of controlling our reactions, provides a unique lens through which to view the intentions of others. It's not about judging or condemning, it's about understanding human behavior and maintaining our composure regardless of others' attitudes towards us. So, whether you're dealing with workplace dynamics, social scenarios, or personal relationships, recognizing these signs can help you navigate your environment more wisely. Remember, it's crucial not to jump to conclusions, but to observe and reflect thoughtfully, which is exactly what we'll explore today. Before we begin, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you won't miss out on any of our discussions. We have a vibrant community here, and we'd love for you to join us. Now, let's look into those 5 signs that someone might be thinking negatively about you and how Stoicism teaches us to handle these perceptions gracefully and effectively. Let's get started. 1. Unusual changes in behavior. The first sign that might indicate someone is harboring negative thoughts towards you is a noticeable change in their behavior towards you. It's perhaps the most subtle yet telling sign. Maybe a friend who used to greet you warmly now passes by with hardly a nod, or a co-worker who was collaborative has suddenly become dismissive. It's natural to feel unsettled or even hurt by these changes, but Stoicism teaches us to observe these behaviors without immediate judgment. Instead of reacting impulsively, we should pause and reflect. What might be causing this shift? Is it really about us? Or could it be something they are going through personally? Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, advised us to always look inward first. He said, "Whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I'm about to criticize?" This is a powerful reminder that sometimes what we perceive as negative behavior towards us could be a reflection of our own actions or simply a misunderstanding. Therefore, instead of concluding their thoughts about us are negative, we should consider the possibility of other factors at play. Engage them in open dialogue if appropriate, or give them space if that seems best. The Stoic approach isn't about finding blame, it's about seeking understanding and maintaining inner peace regardless of external circumstances. Keep in mind that observing doesn't mean obsessing. As Stoics, we aim to detach ourselves from these observations emotionally. This allows us to respond rationally rather than react emotionally. It's about control where we can exert it, in our actions and our thoughts. 2. Negative body language. The second sign to be mindful of is negative body language. Non-verbal cues can often speak volumes about what someone might be thinking or feeling, even if they don't vocalize it. Pay attention to subtle shifts like avoiding eye contact, crossing arms defensively, or displaying tense facial expressions when interacting with you. Stoicism teaches us to view the body as a reflection of the mind. Just as our thoughts influence our actions, our inner state can manifest in our physical demeanor. However, it's important not to jump to conclusions or let our emotions dictate our interpretations. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, urged us to remember that it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When we encounter negative body language, we have a choice in how we interpret and respond to it. Instead of assuming ill intent, we can choose to approach the situation with curiosity and empathy. Perhaps the person exhibiting negative body language is facing challenges of their own, stress, anxiety, or personal issues that have nothing to do with us. By practicing Stoic principles of understanding and compassion, we can maintain our own composure and respond with grace. Remember, Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions or ignoring reality. It's about acknowledging our emotions while choosing how to act on them. So, when you notice negative body language, take a moment to pause and consider alternative explanations. Respond with kindness and understanding, and you'll not only preserve your own peace of mind, but also potentially alleviate any tension in the interaction. By mastering our reactions to external cues, we cultivate inner resilience and strength, the true essence of Stoicism. 3. Sarcastic or critical remarks. The third sign to be aware of is an increase in sarcastic remarks or criticism directed towards you. It's often easier to notice verbal expressions of negativity, as they can be more direct and explicit. Whether it's subtle jabs disguised as jokes or outright criticisms, these remarks can sting and leave us feeling uneasy. In moments like these, Stoicism offers invaluable guidance. Instead of immediately taking offense or retaliating, we can choose to respond with reason and self-awareness. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, famously wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." This profound insight reminds us that reacting in kind only perpetuates negativity. Consider the source of these remarks. Are they rooted in genuine concern or constructive feedback, or do they stem from insecurity, jealousy, or misunderstanding? Stoicism encourages us to approach situations with discernment and compassion, recognizing that everyone is fighting their own battles. Rather than engaging in verbal sparring matches, we can choose to respond with grace and integrity. By refusing to be drawn into a cycle of negativity, we demonstrate strength of character and elevate the conversation. Remember, our words have the power to either escalate or diffuse tension. So, when faced with sarcastic or critical remarks, pause and reflect before reacting. Choose to respond with empathy and understanding, maintaining your inner peace and dignity. In doing so, you embody the principles of Stoicism and inspire others to do the same. 4. Exclusion from group activities. The fourth sign to be mindful of is being excluded from group activities or conversations. Feeling left out can be deeply unsettling and can lead us to question our place within a social circle or community. It's a situation that challenges our sense of belonging and acceptance. From a Stoic perspective, it's essential to approach this sign with introspection and understanding. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, famously stated, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them." This profound insight reminds us that our perception of exclusion shapes our emotional response. Rather than immediately assuming ill intent or personal rejection, we can choose to consider alternative explanations. Perhaps the exclusion is not intentional, but rather a result of logistical constraints or oversight. Stoicism teaches us to question our initial judgments and seek a deeper understanding of the situation. Furthermore, it's essential to remember that our value and worth are not contingent upon external validation or inclusion. Marcus Aurelius, another influential Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of maintaining our inner peace and integrity, regardless of external circumstances. So, when faced with exclusion from group activities, take a moment to pause and reflect. Instead of allowing feelings of hurt or resentment to consume you, choose to respond with resilience and grace. By embracing Stoic principles of self-awareness and acceptance, you can navigate these situations with dignity and inner strength. 5. Overhearing negative comments. The fifth and final sign to be attentive to is overhearing negative comments about yourself. Discovering that others are speaking ill of us behind our backs can be profoundly hurtful and challenging to confront. It can shake our trust in those around us and leave us feeling vulnerable. In such moments, Stoicism offers a guiding light, reminding us of the importance of maintaining our composure and perspective. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, famously wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." These words remind us that our peace of mind is ultimately within our control. Instead of allowing ourselves to be consumed by anger or resentment, we can choose to approach the situation with equanimity and understanding. Consider the source of the negative comments. Are they rooted in genuine grievances, or are they merely reflections of the speaker's insecurities or biases? Stoicism encourages us to respond with empathy and compassion, recognizing that everyone is grappling with their own struggles and challenges. By refusing to be defined by the words of others and maintaining our sense of self-worth, we demonstrate strength of character and resilience. So, when confronted with overhearing negative comments, take a moment to pause and reflect. Instead of allowing yourself to be consumed by hurt or indignation, choose to respond with grace and dignity. By embodying the principles of Stoicism, you can navigate these challenging situations with wisdom and resilience. In conclusion, recognizing signs that someone may be harboring negative thoughts about you can be challenging. However, by embracing the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, we can navigate these situations with grace, resilience, and inner peace. Remember, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control, our thoughts, emotions, and reactions. By choosing to respond with understanding and compassion, rather than reacting impulsively, we can maintain our integrity and dignity in the face of adversity. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the signs that someone may be thinking negatively about you from a Stoic perspective. We hope you found this discussion insightful and empowering. If you enjoyed this video and would like to continue exploring Stoic philosophy and practical wisdom, be sure to subscribe